we just got back from an absolutely beautiful flying day.
Yep.
When you can take planes up and bring them down.
Multiple planes up and charge multiple packs.
And bring them down on your own without
no trash bag planes, no pieces.
Good day. Good day.
Can't complain.
We did have the Fun Jet in the mix of planes that we flew.
Yep.
And Kurt's pretty much, I think, calmed down now, haven't you?
I'm smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, let's jump right into the 5x5 review.
All right.
We'll start out with model characteristics. Build as advertised. We both did the build on this plane, so we'll kind of jump back and forth a little bit. We gave it a 4 out of 5. Finish, we gave it a 4 out of 5.
Yep.
The finish, I think, is fine. The decals definitely enhance the looks of the plane. The gray is pretty hard to...
This new Elapor's pretty darn durable, and you said the gray color doesn't show scuffs, because if I look at this in the light, I can see everything we did today.
Yeah. We didn't do anything today.
This was the first landing. That was the second landing.
Moving on, power, we gave it a 5 out of 5. This thing does not lack for power at all.
No,
It's very, very well-suited airframe to the motor, to everything. They did a great job of mating everything up.
It screams. I mean, the power plant just absolutely screams. Extremely high kV. They switched from an well, my old one had an in-runner. I don't know what the power pack was like for the old Fun Jet, but this Fun Jet Ultra power pack has an extremely high kV outrunner. It's kind of like what you'd almost see in a ducted fan speed on the outrunner motor, which was a nice change. You get that slightly less power consumption, which is good, which helps run times a little bit, but you get amazing performance out of it. So power plant was just a killer. And when you fire it up, you'll hit it and it'll get halfway, and you'll go ahead and do full throttle. It'll pull on your arm, so really a lot of thrust.
Definitely. Ground handling, which would only pertain to belly landings, basically on this, we gave it a 4 out of 5. Where we were flying today, the grass was very short, and it was hard. I mean, we haven't had rain in a while, so it was very hard.
It felt like dry clay.
And so when it hit, it did a lot of skipping and bouncing. It wasn't just fluffing into the grass and slowing down.
Yeah, you want to go into like, good 3-inch tall grass, 2.5, 3-inch tall grass would be perfect for this.
Wheat field.
We tried that before, way back when.
No, you tried it with corn. I couldn't get it through your head. The corn cobs
corn's bigger.
will rip the wings off. All right. Durability, we gave it a 5+ out of 5. If we could give it a higher score, we would, which we could because we make these reviews up.
That's right.
We're going to keep it consistent.
We'll make it a 10 now. We'll keep it 5.
We'll make it 5+. This thing there's no comparison between this and the old one as far as the durability.
No,
I don't
the foam's
think.
different. It's a different
obviously
foam, and man, it took a beating today.
It took some pretty hard hits, and not because of, well, it was a combination of just learning the airframe, the new speed.
Running in a battery that's 400 milliamp bigger than ones they recommend.
It's a heavy plane, so it's coming in fast, it's coming in hard, and there were a couple times where it rolled, it bounced, it tumbled, it cartwheeled, and that was all in grass. And I'm telling you, you can't see anything wrong with this airframe. We didn't so much as put a wrinkle in any part of the foam.
Nothing cracked, nothing got beat up, so it's
we were
really,
impressed.
really tough.
It should have broke, really, a couple of times the way we hit.
And then one hit, I think we both kind of were, ooh.
Yeah, that's the end of it. I hope it looked all right.
You kind of go through your head, did we get all the shots we needed? Did we get all the shots we needed? Because you think you're going to pick it up in pieces, but it was fine. We were able to get 2 or 3 more attempts at bad landings.
There you go. Yeah, I had tape. I was ready to go.
Our wheeled landings were fantastic today.
Yeah, they were.
It was just our belly landings were.
Yeah. Of course, nobody sees them.
I say I have my belly landings. You say I looped you in on that? It's two brothers' hobby. Next.
Flight is advertised. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, see, it's funny.
Keep it short and simple.
All right. The flight is advertised brings in the other elements we talked about. Power plant, power. We use the 3600 milliamp pack, a Flight Power Pro 50. So we got 50C discharge, 3600 milliamp. It's spec'd for 3200. We added a little bit of weight to it.
Yeah.
Kept it on the CG. Everything was fine, but it affected the glide slope.
Yes.
Increased the landing speed a little bit, made it a little bit harder to bring in. We could have backed off on our battery size, reduced the weight a little bit. It landed softer. The power plant is phenomenal. Tons and tons of power. And we had the old Fun Jet to compare it to.
Yeah.
So we knew that it had extremely wide flight envelope, great low speed, great high speed handling. This met all those expectations. It met the slow speed, met the high speed, and had the durability to handle a higher pack because our, less than perfect landings.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And the thing performed phenomenally. I mean, the speed was amazing. We had a few people out at the field that all have planes that do over 100 miles an hour. On these smaller ones, it's hard to gauge. They look like they're screaming all the time.
Yeah.
But you get pretty used to what 100 miles plus looks like. We didn't have a radar gun with us today, but we were definitely cracking over 100 miles an hour, and it just absolutely screamed. Rock solid. You bank through the turns, very little slip. Same with the old Fun Jet airframe. Same with this Fun Jet airframe. It holds like it has rudders, like you actually put some rudder counter into it. Comes around the line, sharp, fast, and doesn't do twisty, funny, squirrely things at all.
No.
So the flight, as advertised, they really don't say a whole lot about the flight, but I tell you, flight is expected. Again, that'd be kind of like a 5++.
Yeah,
it's a flyer's plane. I mean, if you want, this is like the high school. I'm going long on this. Aren't I?
Hey, I wasn't going to say anything.
This is like the high school kids that want to break 150 miles an hour. They can't do it in a muscle car. The cheapest way to do it is go out and buy a cafe bike or a sport bike.
Yeah.
You buy an old beat-up sport bike with 2 bad cylinders, you can still break 120, 130 miles an hour, and you spent like $4 grand on it.
Yeah.
This is, if you want to do over 100 miles an hour and play with your configuration, your power plant setup, your battery, your cell count, because that ESC will handle some higher cell counts than we used, and just see what you can get out of it.
Yeah.
You're going to spend next to nothing, and it's solid as a rock. It's a great high-performance platform to play with.
Yes.
So, and it's small. I mean, my gosh, there's nothing to it. So it's a good combination. I'm done with flight as advertised.
Oh, okay, I was just going to ask, where are we? Flight as advertised or field size?
Flight time.
Flight time. Flight time, we gave it a 4.5 out of 5. You kind of mentioned that a little bit just now.
Yeah.
Flight time is directly proportional as to how much white knuckle time you want.
This position of this is your dial of flight time.
You got it. Anybody who complains about the flight time on this plane is either a glutton for punishment or just a whole heck of a lot better pilot than either one of us.
Yeah, because it puts you through the ringer. By the time you get done,
sweating when you're done.
It was fun. It was exciting. It was so darn fast. It took all your concentration. You won't blink. You'll have the red eye thing going on. But
exactly. Field size, large park or a field.
And with that said, flight time, really, what did we get out of the thing? We got 5+ minute flight
at least
comfortably out of this thing.
Yeah, more than that.
And we were hammering it. Every time we took it up, we were hammering. I bet you could probably do throttle management and squeeze an 7-minute flight out of a 3,600 milliamp battery.
Yeah, I would say
7-8 minute flight.
Yeah.
So,
field size, we got large park or field.
It's fast, it's hot, it's loud. This is not the attention you want to get at your local park that's on the fence about letting people fly.
This should never be flown at a soccer field where there's kids playing around or a park where there's families enjoying the afternoon. This is not a park flyer. This is our recommendation, but in our opinion, this, like you said earlier, this is the kind of things, and this is no fault of the plane itself, this is the kind of things that give park flyers a bad name.
Yeah.
Because it's small enough, and somebody's going to think, "Oh, I can fly it at the park."
It's unassuming. I mean, you look at it; it's no big deal. Like, oh, look at the little plane.
It's just not worth it because you need the room. You need the room, and you don't need people around. No, you really don't.
No.
Portability, 4.5 out of 5. This thing really will transport about anywhere you want to put it.
Yep,
Front seat next to you on the floorboards.
One of the things they do is put protectors on the aileron servo horns, so for the grass landings, but that also makes it really nice to throw in your car. Yeah. It's not going to tear
up. And the prop's nice and small, so you don't have to worry about it really getting caught on too much stuff.
No, not at all. Very portable plane.
Skill level, we have it as advanced. Advanced, we'll define that a little bit. I say advanced because you need, one, you need good reaction time, and two, you've got to have your orientation awareness or skills up to par. This thing gets very small in a very quick hurry, and its profile gets lost as soon as you, if you've got it tilted for you, you can see it. 3 times it'll lose.
Coming through your bank from directly behind, it'll disappear on you. Coming directly at you, it'll disappear.
Yeah.
And when it's dead overhead, you have a nice silhouette against the sky. But as soon as you start to bank on your, on your downwind, coming around for your landings, it gets all crazy in your head. So if you don't have good orientation recovery skills, you're right.
Yeah.
You're going to have a hard time.
All right, wind it up, Johnny.
We killed it today with some extra fluff and fodder, so hopefully you have no questions remaining. But if you do, go to our website at tobefly.com, take a look at the full review. We have the model specs, things like that, that you can take a look at. But we'll also have some notes on our assembly.
Yes.
Have any questions that remain unanswered, you can click on the Ask To icon. It's located in the lower left corner of any screen on our website. It'll take you to a form, fill it out, it'll send a message to us, and we'll get back with you as soon as we can and try to get all your questions answered. I'm Kurt with Two Brothers Hobby.
And I'm Rob. Thanks for watching.